What's up, everyone? Biscuit here. I'm going to talk about something that I haven't really talked to about a whole lot. Every once in a while, if you've watched my videos for a while, you'll see an interesting fact about Biscuit video. If you haven't, go back, watch all my videos, and try to find an interesting fact about Biscuit video. But anyways, one thing that I don't really talk about a lot is, when I was 19, I contracted hepatitis C because I was intravenously using drugs with my best friend. He had contracted it from another friend of ours. Like, we can follow the whole vicious cycle right on back. Well, I didn't really do anything, and during that time of my life, incarceration was kind of frequent. So after some incarcerations, all that other stuff, I got out, got my life together, sorta. I was dirt poor at the time. But I was training MMA and rolling jiu-jitsu and lifting weights. And, I worked at an Allstate as a personal assistant. Not a real glamorous job because I worked in the back. They didn't even let the customers see me. But I'm pretty good on the telephone, so they kept me around. And eventually a doctor told me that if I didn't do interferon treatment, that eventually I was going to have liver failure and possible liver transplant. Now, mind you, that's kind of scary. I think I was like 32 at the time. I'd had hepatitis C for like 10, 11 years. That's a really big step. I was married, my older two kids, things like that. So I did interferon, and what I can say is I'm proud about because my interferon was successful. Okay, and I don't know if any of you guys know what interferon is like, but it's like giving yourself a really bad flu. Some people say it's like a low dose of chemo. I don't want to ever take anything from what people that have cancer go through and what do chemo go through. I don't think it's that intense, but it is a really miserable experience nonetheless. But what I can say about my time doing it is I would do it on Friday, then go to work, and then I would have the weekend to get over my symptoms from the interferon. Well, the first Friday that I did it, and you have to give yourself an injection. Now it's a pill, but back then it was an injection. I did it, and I made it all the way to 4 o'clock that day. The end of my regular shift at that Allstate was 5 o'clock. So I made it all the way to 4 o'clock, and then went home, had a super hot body all weekend, everything else, and then by Monday I was functioning again. It had subsided, and I could go to work and do all that other things. Well, what I'm proud about is during this time, other than missing that 1 hour of work, I still managed to lift weights 3 days a week at 5 in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I still managed to train jiu-jitsu through that whole time, and I never missed another hour of work. Now, the job was a go-nowhere job. I don't work at an Allstate anymore. But I was able to maintain through torturing myself for 6 months. It got bad. I'm normally... I'm over right about 197 in weight right now. I was about 190 back then. And I remember getting down to 158 pounds because my oxygen levels were at 70%. So my body, was when interferon's in you, it kills everything. Your white blood cells, your red blood cells, it kills everything. Kind of similar to chemo. That's why a lot of people compare it. And because of that, I got clear down to 158 pounds. It was so noticeable that after I had left Allstate and finished interferon and got back to my normal weight, someone that had been working with me there seen me and said, "Wow, look at you, you're huge." And I was like, "No, I'm just healthy again." But I managed to maintain through that. I managed to not miss any work. I managed to still go to the gym, even though my eyes were sunken and I looked like a zombie. I managed to even go to jiu-jitsu practice at least twice a week. I didn't do a whole lot of MMA training then. I would try. And that's something I've always been really proud of, even though I felt like crap, I got up and I didn't let it become a crutch or an excuse to not go to work or to not go to practice or to not try to better myself. And I'm still kind of on that same kick. Believe me, I get down. I'm not a runner. This running thing has been hard on me for the 2 years now that I've been trying to become a runner, and things like that. But so next time that you're think that maybe things aren't going your way, maybe the moral of this is remember, if I can do it and still try to look for some gravy to soak up, then you can probably do it too, because there's things out there that when you're put to it, you can survive and you can endure. And when you get through it, even if you never tell anybody about it, you can still hold that as everything I do, I can compare to that and say, well, This might be hard, but this is an interferon and not missing work hard. This isn't interferon and still going to jiu-jitsu hard. This isn't being 158 pounds looking like a zombie hard. I can do this. So anyways, you guys have a good night. Have a great work week coming up. Biscuit out.